So how did Chelsea, after playing a very interesting game against the Arsenal, lose 3-1 to a very, a very small team? I want to say very small team, but in a respectful way. Leeds is not a big team. So why did Chelsea lose against Leeds after showing us that it is a big team? I want you to remember that, note that Chelsea came to play against Arsenal. Its main intention was to show that itself is a big team. It is now a big team that can beat anyone, that can scare anyone. It also wanted to show to the rest of the teams in the Premier League and in Europe that it is a big team, that it can beat anyone it comes across. So it wanted to show it against Arsenal. That's why they were playing, or they deployed a physical game against the Arsenal. But Mikel Arteta knew it from the first time Chelsea started. That's why they were so intense in the first 30 minutes. Arsenal was not playing how it was supposed to be playing in the first 30 minutes, because Chelsea were using everything, every means of showing physically, not tactically, that they can beat Arsenal. Angel Maresca deployed James Reese and Moses Caicedo in the midfield. These are the guys who can play the dirtiest game in the Premier League, especially Moses Caicedo, and everyone knows that. Moses Caicedo plays that football. He plays a lot of physical game, and in this game he played himself. Angel Maresca forgot that EPL is a league. It is not a tournament like the Champions League. It has over 30 games to play. And when you bring on such a game against a big team like the Arsenal, and now the Arsenal we are now seeing, you have totally displaced your buttons. Arsenal counted it well. It came with knowledge. It came with a plan, rather than just physical. Arsenal did not come to prove that, yes, now we can beat you. The ref on the other side of Chelsea had already destroyed the game. How? He gave Zubimendi a yellow card. He gave Calafiori a yellow card. He gave Capiello a yellow card, and Mosquera a yellow card. That had already destroyed the game. And if you have not seen it, Chelsea was already playing against 10 men, even if Arsenal had not gotten a red card or before. Because when you give a midfielder like these guys of Zubimendi, Capiello, Icap, and Mosquera a yellow card, I remember they have to be tackling everywhere. But if you give him a red card, and when the match is still very early, meaning you have restricted him, you have restricted his work rate on the pitch, because he has to be so careful when it comes to playing against other people. So the ref was on the other side. Another proof that the ref was on the Chelsea's side was him refusing to give Moses Caicedo a red card on his obvious tackle against Mikel Merino. The tackle was so obvious, and it happened right in front of him. But the ref had initially given Caicedo a yellow card, and Caicedo had been so happy about the ref's decision until the ref was called to go and see the video assistant referee. After the ref giving Zubimendi, Calafiori, Hiccup, and Mosquera yellow cards, the dynamics of the game had to change. Rice had to pull back. Eze had to pull back. Mikel Merino had to pull back. These people had to come and help the Arsenal's midfield. For example, the Zubimendi, Calafiori, and Hiccup, because they had already been booked. So Rice, Eze, and Merino had to come and help them, meaning their forward going was now limited. They could not go all in to attack. That's why Chelsea was attacking a lot and Arsenal was on the defensive side, because these guys of Rice, Eze, and Merino, the foreign attackers had come to assist, the midfielders, and that's why Arsenal was not attacking to be attacking. Chelsea got so lucky by scoring from a set piece. A set piece is a kind of goal that can be scored against any team, no matter how good or bad it is. Any good team can concede a set piece. And that's why you saw Chelsea got so lucky by getting that early goal that now Arsenal had to change their plans to defend and at the same time come and score to equalize or even win the game. Chelsea decided to be physical. You cannot be physical against a team like Arsenal and you think that you're going to win a game. Chelsea had made a mistake of deciding to be physical. And I want you to remember this, that Chelsea brought their A game, which Arsenal did not do. Arsenal did not bring their A game, and everyone saw that Arsenal did not pull up their A game. Chelsea pulled up their A game, but Arsenal just had to maintain their composure and their shape. Enzo Maresca wanted war with Arsenal, and Arsenal did not want war with anyone. That's why you saw a lot of tantrums from Chelsea players trying to, they were trying to provoke Arsenal players by trying to, cause more yellow cards and possibly a red card. But Arsenal was very, very disciplined. Chelsea got angry after knowing that their tactic of trying to provoke Arsenal players and cause them to be, booked had refused. So Chelsea got angry. Chelsea kept on getting angry, and they turned the Arsenal game into a karaoke kind of game. You saw what this Enzo Fernandez, this Argentinian guy, he was trying to pull all kinds of acts to show that to try to cause the Arsenal players to be booked. Remember that Arsenal did not have Saliba, Arsenal did not have Magalhaes. Chelsea considered this their best game. Chelsea had never pulled a game like this game. Chelsea had never pulled a game like this game for Arsenal. And this was their best game. Reece James was their best player and is their best player. And the other thing I saw from this match against Arsenal was that Enzo Maresca is going to help Arsenal win this league. How is he going to even help Arsenal to take this league? Is that he's trying to prove to all teams, all clubs in the Premier League that he is now big. So he comes to play the hardest way, in the best way possible, to try and beat them. And if he does this against Manchester City, if he does this against Man United, if he does this against Sunderland, Aston Villa, he's going to automatically hand Arsenal the title, because these guys, if these teams all lose points against him, because he's going to pull another A game of his, then Arsenal will just be going up, and these guys, the rest of the teams, will be losing points. Because of this, because of the game that Chelsea played against Arsenal and the lot of physicality they deployed, they had no ways they could defeat Leeds, that plays the same kind of game. Leeds plays the same kind of game, the physical, tackling, battling, and that's why Chelsea was beaten at its own game. When someone brings the same style like you do, so it is a matter of who is going to beat who at the same style. That's why Chelsea lost its next match against Leeds.